Hi, I'm April Hugh. I'm with Century 21 Hometown Realty.
Hi there, I'm Miko Nehman, also with Century 21 Hometown Realty, and we have a special guest today, Scot Lafferty with SLG Concrete.
How you doing?
Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, can you explain to our viewers a little bit about what you do?
Yes, we do concrete coatings. So basically, we do anything from garage floors to wineries. So pretty much anything to do with concrete and coatings. We do polishing and stuff like that. So it's been it's a nice little trade.
Can you also overlay over tile?
So we don't necessarily overlay over tile. We can with the products. What I've found, well, I take that back. So in a residential atmosphere, I would say no. In a commercial atmosphere, when we go into kitchens and stuff like that, we do have a product that goes over the tile, so it's a little cost savings because we can grind the tile there. The only thing you have to be careful with is if the tile's properly set to the floor, and because if the failure is between the bond and the tile, then we have problems. But yes, so I guess yes, we can do that. Yeah.
Sometimes in certain situations.
Yeah, most of the time in residentials, we try to stay away from that because it gets a little more complicated and stuff like that. But commercial kitchens, we definitely do overlays.
Okay. And how long have you been in business? Like, when did you start the company? And
So we started back in, we got our contractor's license back in 2008. We got a few years. Yeah, it's been good.
good. So, and just do you have a lot of employees, or are you growing?
So we have a total of 11 employees. So and they're all wonderful. They're great.
What's your coverage area?
So we go from Santa Barbara to Paso Robles, but depending on jobs, we go further than that as well. It depends on the size of the job or whatnot. Normally commercial will go further than that. Residential is a little tougher because they're more smaller jobs.
So what would be, you say the size of the job, so what would be a small job? Like a garage floor, would that be considered a small job? Or
Absolutely. A garage floor is a one-day job. You're in and out. I would say, garage floors, we go from Paso Robles to Santa Barbara.
So that seems to be a very popular thing to do right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Yeah, it's very popular. It is. And, it's amazing because, like I said before, it's kind of a one-day shot. So, you clean your stuff out of the garage. We come in the next day. We grind it, we prep it, we apply our coatings. We're gone typically within 8 hours, depending on the size.
So when you say prep it, does it have to be cleaned a certain way before you can put your product on?
Yes, absolutely. We actually grind it. So we have big 30-inch propane grinders and hand grinders and stuff like that hooked up to HEPA filter vacuums to make sure that we're keeping the dust down as minimal as possible. And then once that happens, then we vacuum it all out, extracting all the dust with the HEPA filter vacuums, and then apply the polyaspartic base coat, and then the chip onto the base coat, and then the polyaspartic top coat. So, that takes right around 8 hours. And then from that point, 24 hours from that point, you can actually put all your stuff back in the garage. Okay. Yeah, so it's really nice for that.
so now, would driveways be included in that, or just the garage?
No, so we do driveways as well. Driveways, and the reason behind it is our system is 100% UV stable. So it doesn't break down with the strong UV, ultraviolet rays that we have here in California. So we do a lot of pool decks, driveways, a lot of exterior patios and stuff.
Okay.
Like that.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And then, because someone had says, oh, you can't do the epoxy unless you have a brand new house or like a new garage floor.
Uh-huh.
So I was thinking, well, mine won't pass then, to get it done. But
no, that's not the case at all. It sets us apart a little bit. For the residential, we don't use epoxy. We use a polyaspartic. Epoxy, typically, by the nature of epoxy, it's not necessarily UV stable, so it doesn't work well outside. So if you see a typical epoxy garage, you'll see right at the lip of the garage, you'll see it's changing colors. I mean, we have a lot of photos of stuff that we've taken up. So we definitely wouldn't put the epoxy on the outside, but yeah, it doesn't. The condition of your floor, we can definitely make it work. We have menders and different things that we actually do the repairs of the concrete. So we've seen some pretty rough floors, and they look very beautiful when we're done.
nice. Okay.
So if you were to drop something on the floor, it's not going to harm it.
No, it's very durable. I will say this. I mean, if you take a sledgehammer and you smash concrete and concrete's going to break, the product's not going to stay. But it's very, very durable. Absolutely. If you drop a hammer, you drop something on the floor, absolutely, you're not going to have a problem. It is repairable. It's 100% UV stable, so the ultraviolet rays doesn't damage it, so it doesn't change its color. So if something does happen to the coating, we can actually repair it. Whereas other products, it's a little more difficult to repair. So we've really found that that's nice in ways because we always say this, concrete moves. It's constantly moving, So if there's an area that we need to repair or anything like that, it's definitely repairable. Yeah.
Okay. And now, do you have like different colors and
yeah, we have a
tones?
ton of different colors.
I was going to ask that too. Good job, Miko.
Yeah. We have a ton of different colors. Pretty much any color that you want, we can get. There's no doubt. We stock, I want to say 11 colors we stock. So if it's something we need to get the job done, we want to make sure we have a lot on hand. So our design consultation, or our design consultant would come out and be able to show you the colors that we have in stock. We also have a website you can go on to look at different colors. But if you have a certain color that you like, we can make it happen. So yeah, it's pretty much so anything, any color you like.
So what is a popular color right now?
A popular, gosh, it really varies. Yeah, gray.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really varies on the colors. They're all pretty popular. I mean, we push out a lot of jobs, so it depends on the outsides. More the tan colors go outside more often than not. The gray colors more on the inside. But it's a preference. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Do you have kind of a ballpark? I mean, we won't hold you to this, but a ballpark on like a cost for a double car garage? Does it change if you have to do more prep work?
It does. So it really has a lot to do with the condition of your concrete. So if your concrete it has a lot of cracking in it and stuff like that, obviously it's going to be a little bit more prep work and stuff like that. So what we do, ballparks are so difficult to give out because that famous statement of we won't hold you to it. But what happens is if you go out there and you give a ballpark, then you're like, oh my gosh, really? I thought it was going to be this.
How about a range?
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, what's a high? What's a low?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'll go take a look. We'll go take a look at your garage floor and we'll give you a price.
I would love that. I really want to do it. I have a triple car garage.
I think it's really important. We put a lot of time and effort, and Jim, our sales consultant, he's fabulous, and he's like, he's more of he says, I don't even want to be a design consultant, right? I don't want to be called a salesman. I'm more of an inspector, and really he goes in there. The product and the service sells itself. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It does. It sells itself. He really goes in there and he figures out if we could do the job or not, right? So there are conditions that we have not been able to do jobs. Moisture is a big downfall. We have different things that we can use with moisture if we have moisture problems and stuff like that. But moisture can be problematic, and then the hardness of the concrete as well. So how hard it is we go out and we do pick tests on the concrete, basically, and it goes from a 3 to a 9 is what we do. And a lot of times the big reasons we do that is because that tells us what choices of diamonds to use on the concrete. But the next one is our product going to stick to it and hold to it? Because our product's only as strong as the substrate. So if the concrete's soft and it's starting to fail, we can make it look beautiful. But if it's not in the right condition, we can't really stand behind it. And we want to make sure that our customers get the best product, and we want to be able to stand behind our product. But again, it's kind of one of those things I think we need to, we just go out and investigate.
Or inspect it, yeah.
So yeah.
Is there a charge for?
Absolutely not. It's 100% free. There's no obligations, and like I say, Jim's wonderful to speak to. So he's a great. Yep, Jim. Yeah, Jim's our sales rep. He's fabulous, and so yeah, absolutely no charge to it at all.
Yeah, so I had an old property down, on East Central a couple of years ago, and the garage was grandfathered in, but it was like a 1 3/4 car garage, and the floor was like half crumbled. So there was
okay.
like no, so I had mentioned to, the people that were buying it, I said, you may want to call, to get the floor redone. So I was thinking, well, I don't know if they even would be able to do something like that. So
On something like that, if the concrete, sometimes it crumbles and has problems, as long as it's strong enough to hold another product. So we can float it with one of our products that we have. We can float it and then grind it back out. Yeah. So a lot of times when we come into places where there's actually hasn't been the concrete's too thin, it's soft, it's just peeling up. Those would be the problems. Or no rebar. You have elevation changes. Because our product's very strong, but concrete weighs thousands and thousands of pounds, and it can't hold it together. So we can repair the cracks, but if you still have movement on it, the cracks could come back. So those are things that we look at and make sure that.
I think it's interesting that you said something about moisture in the garage or on the concrete. So do you test?
Yeah, so we do test. We have a moisture test that we test for to make sure that our moisture levels are at acceptable rates. If we don't coat with the polyaspartics at above a 5.5% moisture rating. We do have other products that we can come in. So basically, we have other products we can come in and kind of block that moisture and hold that back. But yeah, definitely.
Do you find that once you have the coating on your floor, do you find it's easier to keep it clean?
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I'm asking
I know.
for myself.
No, I know. It's definitely.
Right? Are you thinking those same things, April?
Yes.
The thing with concrete creates dust, right? So when you're walking on it, it's constantly breaking down and creates dust. Absolutely. Our product is 100% antibacterial, 100% antimicrobial. So things can't grow in it. So if you're looking for a garage to be done, and you might have a vehicle that leaks oil or something like that. That's a common question. What about oil? It wipes right up. It wipes right up. So it's a very, 100%. It almost warms the room up. I believe it adds square footage to your house when you go to sell it because and I joke about it. Yeah, I joke about it. We have a small house and we had Thanksgiving over and too many people and before you know it, we're in our garage now. Having Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? Because
you have a really nice garage.
have a nice floor, it's so and it does. It's we've never had a customer that was upset with the final outcome. It's beautiful, and it's one of those things. It's definitely easy to maintain. You can clean it well and stuff like that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Do you have any funny stories that you can share?
I had a customer that our big thing is when we're done, just make sure you don't walk on it. And you can't walk on it for like 6 to 8 hours. If you reach down and touch the product and it's not tacky, you can walk on it. Well, as soon as she came out, she wasn't wearing any shoes. And as soon as she came out, she was on the phone with her daughter or a family member. She's like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And she walked out onto it. And then she walked back. Yeah, she walked back and she called me. She goes, oh my gosh, I walked out on it. So I came back and there's like 3 footprints in her driveway. And the driveway or the garage was fine. We were able to get that straightened out. But it's kind of one of those things. So don't walk on it when it's wet.
Okay. Good tip.
Got it.
But yeah.
And any promotions or any kind of?
We run monthly promotions. I would have to see what our monthly promotion is today or this month. But yeah, we run monthly promotions. We try to be very competitive in the market, we try to be very competitive in the market. So we do run monthly promotions and stuff like that.
And that would be on your website?
Yes, it's typically on the website or see us on Facebook. We'll run an ad or something like that on Facebook.
Okay, great. I hear your ads on the radio all the time.
Yeah, radio's been great. Radio has been great. We were a little hesitant at first with radio because you have the serious and you have the different stuff and and honestly we've had a lot of traction from radio and it's been great. Yeah. Yeah, Brian's on there, and my wife Cassie. She's one of the voices on there, and then I think we're on Bob and Tom and a couple different other things. So, but yeah, it's been good.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you coming in, and we'll probably be calling you.
Thank you. We love that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah.
It was nice chatting with you, and thank you for all the information. And I think I'm going to be calling him. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
If you have any further questions or need more information, reach out to us. I'm at 714-8124.
And my number is 805-878-5056. Thanks for watching.
See you soon.